Secret number 1, goat's milk.
This one was just milking this on the side of the road. It's still like warm from the goat's udder. It tastes like sweet grass. It's delicious. First time I ever drank goat's milk. Now I can see why these people drink it. Here, taste it.
People here drink goat's milk regularly. Dan says it's rich in tryptophan, which lowers stress hormones and is a natural antidepressant. Secret number 2, mountain living. People on Ikaria work hard and lead active lives, from this 11-year-old shepherd's daughter to her 93-year-old grandmother who still gets her exercise working in the garden.
We know that just living in mountains occasions more physical activity. Not the type of physical activity you think of going to the gym or doing marathons, but just everyday, moderate, low-intensity physical activity that explains lower heart disease and, in some cases, lower rates of cancer.
By the way, we are not the first people to visit Ikaria for its health benefits. People have been coming here for 2,500 years in an attempt to cure what ails them.
The ancient Romans came to this island mainly for these hot baths. And people who have arthritis will go right where it's red there, and they'll put their hand, their arm, or their leg, wherever the problem is, right into that very hot water.
Whether these waters contribute to good health is not proven, but the evidence is in for longevity lesson number 3, the Icarian diet, a version of the Mediterranean diet.
The Mediterranean diet at its core is whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and olive oil. We know people who most strongly adhere to the Mediterranean diet have 6 extra years of life expectancy than people who don't.
Included in that diet is secret number 4, lots of healthy grains. Over 150 varieties of wild greens grow on this island. Some have more than 10 times the level of antioxidants that red wine does. Most Icarians can walk right out of their front door to harvest a healthy feast. And if healthy living is your cup of tea, go herbal. That is lesson number 5.
It's this regular, sort of ritualistic consumption of these herbal teas that we think explain low rates of heart disease and also low rates of dementia.
We kind of like lesson number 6, get rest. Icarians nap regularly.
You walk in one of these villages in mid-afternoon and it's like a ghost town. People are taking their naps, and we know people who take naps 4 times a week, at least a half hour, have about a 35% lower chance of developing heart disease.
Okay.
Dan says people here have a low sense of time urgency. That's lesson number 7, take your time.
When you ask people what time it is, they say late 30. When you invite somebody to lunch, you don't say come at noon, you say come on Thursday, and they might come anytime between 10 in the morning and 6 o'clock at night.
Finally, Dan's longevity lesson number 8. Embrace community and family. If possible, keep your extended family close by. He says it's good for the young and the old alike.
Increasingly, older people are looked at as recipients of health care, recipients of Social Security. And in places like Ikaria here, it reminds us that older people have a lot to offer, and the more we engage them, the better it is for us, but also the better it is for them.
In the end, even if you don't live in the mountains or herd goats for a living, Dan says the lessons of this faraway island can be useful right here at home.
The secret, I think, for Americans is cherry-picking the best little habits, which are all portable, and bringing them to our homes. You just have to take the time to listen and learn from these people.